Holy shitballs. Am I right? What a week. Especially for you, Bobby. Guys, this video is going to be in response to the incident with Bobby that everybody kind of, a lot of you guys stepped up in this group. Tough times never last. Tough people do. Bobby, that's a shout out to you, bud, because I know you're a tough dude and I know you're going to get through this. Jeez. I want to express my gratitude and thankfulness for everyone in the group that has donated. Guys, this isn't ending anything. You're welcome to still send money to him. I know that when things are fresh, that's easiest time to collect money when people are mad or upset or fired up for someone. You guys stepped up in a huge way. I cannot believe it. There's so many people that have commented just on the community about how impressed they were that even people would donate. I didn't know what was going to happen. I've done fundraisers before, guys, and raised $10. Okay, and that was with even friends and family. I've done ones that have raised a lot more, but they're not all successful. Anything would have been successful because it would have showed that we are a family in a sense, and that we do care about other people, and we put ourselves in those positions. There are people, and guys, so here's the fun part of today's video. I'm going to try, I was going to go through and let Google tell me how to pronounce names, but I thought it would be a lot more fun if we just played around with it. So if you hear me say your name and it doesn't sound like your name, right on. Sorry about that, guys. I was born in the Midwest, so I am not, I was on a high reading level here, but some of you guys' names are not common around this area. So I just want to say, first of all, if I mispronounce anything, it's no offense. Nobody's making fun of you. I just wanted to give you credit for being such a good human being. So people like, and again, I may pronounce this wrong, Ryan Uade, don't get mad. People like that, they stuck up for Bobby there was a lot of people that sent a lot of hate mail to a certain individual, and our messages, and some of them, guys, sometimes your comments or your post will get taken down, but it's not the post that will get taken down, it's where the comments are going, okay? And so if it's going to be, it's foremost in everything a jewelry gold group, but we're our family. We like sharing our cars, and heck yeah, and maybe clothes or whatever you guys are into. It just sometimes our stories, and it's like, because we get close to each other. But this individual, Ryan, I'm just gonna use you as an example, was ticked, and he was really mad, and he would messaged this individual and then made posts, and posts were kind of going a little crazy. So I just messaged him and I asked him, I said, hey, would you mind taking this post down for now? People are pretty heated, and he's such a good dude. He didn't have any issue with it. Just because, I'm glad things got out. You guys messaged. The posts were up for a little bit, but at the end of the day, we don't want to do any bullying or stuff like that. I don't know if this person's a bad person, and this may get into another thing, but he may not be a bad person. He may just made a really bad decision and did a really bad thing. Guys, I know a lot of you, and one of the most embarrassing things about me is I'm not always who you think. I wasn't always who I am now, okay? Let's just leave it at that. I've done my share of really bad things, okay? And so when someone does something so screwed up as that, it really, it sucks, because I don't know how old that individual is. I can't remember, but because I really don't care. But I just know Mark at 40 is different than Mark at 20. With that being said, it doesn't make a difference. You guys got to do right things. So someone had put in the group, awesome, great idea of putting this together. And they think they were talking to me. So I just want to say that I had kind of been thinking about it. Alex Ramos, another administrator, had been thinking about it apparently and hit me up. And then guys, I want to tell you who I think the VIP, okay, of this fundraiser was. And this person is a pillar in the community, jewelry community. Super, super good prices. I'm not promoting them right now, but I kind of am, because if you're wanting a good piece of jewelry and you want to, even because I sell a lot of silver, they sell a lot of silver. Guys, great prices, beautiful jewelry, especially since gold's getting very, very high. And that is Alexander Martin, okay? He was in contact with Alex. I know Alexander through Facebook, and he has always been solid, whether it's in Moda, whether it's on his own Facebook page, or whether it's in the Try Truth. And he was very instrumental in this, guys. We talked about it, and he hopped in like he was a third administrator. You guys should do this, you should do this. Helping jurors was something that he brought up that I'm not familiar with, but we can still share stuff in there. I'm just gonna let you know, that just kind of tells you who these people are. This guy has his own business he's running. I like to use the word hustling, okay? We'll call it working. Screw it. He's hustling, okay? And that's not a bad thing. He's doing it the good way. And that actually helps you out, because, again, look at his post. He's got diamonds, he's got moissanite, he's got silver, he's got gold, he's got solid, semi-hollow. Check him out, guys. There was also a post, and I can't remember what it was, but there was a couple comments. Joe Blayton, Juan, and guys, again, if I say your names wrong, I'm sorry, okay? Don't kill me. Juan Castro, Chris Correa, Brandon Staley, and, I said Alex, and I talked about Alexander. They were like, hey man, I don't know. One person was like, if somebody just everybody donated $1,000, he'd have 1,000, or everybody donated $8, he'd have his money back. It was $8, everybody'd have his money back. Those guys, as soon as I made the post that we were going to donate money, and put up PayPal, and I put up his Cash App, these guys did exactly what they said they were going to do. They weren't all talk. And that includes, and here we go, if I say your name wrong, you can email Alex Ramos with all your hate mail. But Nathan Athlis, Brandon Stiles, Alex Ramos, Kevin Achman, Pete Moss. Let me tell you something about Pete Moss real quick. Pete put up a Mother's Day pendant for $70 with shipping and with an auction. And guys, another really great dude, Michael Hanna, who owns a storefront, I believe, bought that and sent the money immediately to Bobby. And that $70, guys, that he sent put us over $1,500. Now, that's a lot of freaking money. And I know it's, he lost $8,500, and I know $1,500 is far from that. But the fact that he's got $1,500, because yes, he asked for that. I don't know how much he paid for the necklace. I think he just bought it like a few months ago. So, hopefully, I know the money is one thing, but I think Bobby's just really grateful that people were there for him and stood up for him and showed him that not everybody's a piece of crap. Joseph Dolly, Juan Castro. Juan's a legend in this group. Not only did Juan donate, we did a deal on that necklace. He ended up buying that 2mm necklace from me, and I sent the 50 to Bobby, and this time Juan paid me first, but we hadn't really we started discussing shipping, like how we were going to ship it, like what company afterwards, because I mean, we've done enough deals together, and we decided that we were going to use one of his labels, and guys, that's probably the best way to go. And I was sending him $10 back, and he told me to just send that to Bobby. So there is that. So when you're seeing these people in the group post, yes, always run your reference checks, guys. Always put in the group. Again, because even if you're newer or older, it just puts it out there for everyone to see that there's a deal in the universe, okay? Where did I leave off? Vincent, is it Colossi? Christian Tovar, Tovar, Joe Blanton, Chris, is it Korea? Raul, the Raultaura, one of the coolest people in the group, freaking legend, guys. He sent money. That's what I'm saying. These people that post and they have their businesses and they do all this other stuff, they're not just in here selling. They put their money where their mouths are, and it's just, it was incredible to see. I couldn't believe it, because people that I've seen on, my YouTube that comment, people that I've sold to that I don't want to say forgot about, but people, sold to a while ago, you guys all just came back to the forefront, and it's like, it made me so proud of you guys. Let's see here. Tony Schreiber, it's Schreiber. Greg Baca, I think how you pronounce it. Greg Garza, George Garza, David Summa. That's a cool name, by the way, bro. Alexander Martin, of course, we talked about. Luca, is it Cerrone? Jesse Percy, one of our Captain Canadians there. So you guys have seen me before. I've talked about him. Well, he sent a good amount of money, and just a really good dude. Jen Bunny, we got a girl that sent some cash, and don't have a lot of girls in the group, so it's very cool to see them when they're active. Very cool. Jamal Campbell, you're a legend, bro. Bob Shepard, super cool guy. Aiden Villa, super cool guy. Justin Michael. Again, we talked about the Michael Hannon, the Pete Moss auction. Daniel Gotti, Nick Geary, Brian Geiger, maybe. Joe Kramer, Mike Fidel, Rain. I'm trying, guys. It's EFRAIN in Vega, and he is a freaking awesome dude. James Indinger, Edinger, Dominic Nathaniel, guys, Rishi Shandor, I think I said that right, but he is a freaking legend in Moda. Kara Peterson, Mrs. Kara Peterson, or Miss Kara Peterson, thank you for your donation as well, ma'am. Tim, is it Huyman? I see you a lot. I think you're a freaking amazing dude. You're super kind, and we're gonna get to you here in a second. Mike Hall, the Tri-Truth legend himself, guys, the creator. And I know that Mike has been super busy, guys. He's been super, super busy. But we'll always be grateful for Mike creating this group and owning this group and having it. Johnny Freyer, I hope I may have said that close. Guys, he works with Twiz, the jeweler. Hit him up. He is such a cool dude to work with. I've had him help me make 2 pieces, a tree star and a huge 50-something gram, 18 karat Superman shield at one time. Super cool guy, super cool dude. Amir, is it Shout out? Don't hate me, guy. Leo Avian, JT Ramirez, Eric Lopez, Danny J. Arguelles. You can definitely tell, like, I have hard times with the more Spanish names, guys. And if I say something wrong about that, I'm sorry too. Christopher Learns, Chris Rogers, Christian Castaneda, Eddie Blins. This is EDDYBLENS. And again, vendor, seller, reputable, very reputable, guys. Is it Ta or Tha? Guys, THA, but the first word is ZOO. Arthur Mumford and Ryan Denny, DINI. So if I left anybody out, I am absolutely sorry. I tried to go through and collect as much as information as I could to get all these people in. Guys, like I said, we're at $1,500. In my head, if we hit $1,500, I was going to do a giveaway. And it didn't matter if you gave $100. It didn't matter if you gave $5. And I would recommend giving $1. And people may be like, well, I don't want to give it. It's like, it's just $1. And it's like, that adds up. He ended up with some change when it came down to it. It was like $1,500, $1,507 and like blah cents. But that all makes a difference, guys. It all makes a difference. Like I said, 100 people give $1, that's $100. So you all should be very proud of yourself. That was a very dark time in the group. It can make things go either way. It can tank things, but instead, not everybody, but a lot of you either encouraging words or with your money or just with your plain anger just to show support, because there's no right way to tell somebody how to react to this. But I decided in my head, well, we're going to do a giveaway if we can get around $1,500 at least. I didn't know we would or not. I thought, well, if we get $1,000, well, if we got to it, we're already over 1,000. So I was like, all right, $1,500. We're going to do this. We're going to give away a Magnasonic ultrasonic cleaner, and I'm going to have it brand new, shipped straight to your house as long as you want it, and as long as you want to give me your address. Do not give your address to anybody else. Do not pay for anything else. If somehow I get scammed and there's, hey, this is Mark, and get it, send me $15 and I'll send you this. Don't do it, guys. This is a one-time deal. Now, if we end up getting more money, if we were to double this, say we raise $2,500, I'll give away another one. Okay, if we can raise another 1,000, I know that that's asking a lot, but anything's possible. So, who's going to win this? How did I decide? Well, it's really hard when people give $100 or $5. It's like, well, do you do a drawing, and the people that spend $100 get more, pulls than somebody who gave $5. There's a Bible story where everybody's throwing money and stuff into an offering plate, and there's a woman that takes out 2 coins, and we'll just say they're like pennies, okay, or cents. The United States has cents. Jesus said, and I'm not trying to get ultra religious here, but he said that the young lady or the poor woman that gave the 2 coins, that was all she had, she gave more than everybody else. So because somebody gave $5 or $1, I don't want to punish them, because maybe that's all they had. And the people that were giving, 100 or more, whatever dollars, it's like, I don't want to punish them, because they're winners. They're winners in life. And it's like, I just, and I'm just saying that they're blessed. And so I tried to really, really think what would be the best thing to do here. And here's where I came up with, guys. The people that were able to donate the most money, and I hope nobody gets mad at me for this. You donated the money because you wanted to bless somebody, right? You donated the money because you had maybe you didn't have it, but usually if you give something away, you won't miss it. Or you give it away knowing that it'll come back to you in other ways. And that's, I'm an honest believer, give and you will receive. But me giving or, picking somebody like Alexander Martin, to win or something, and I'm just using you as an example, but I feel like you are such a good person, you would rather bless somebody else. So I went through all the comments and I looked, and here's why I picked this winner. Because they donated twice. And not because they donated twice. Because they didn't have to donate the second time. You really didn't have to donate the first time. This is how do you feel how do you feel as human, or are you able to even? Because some people may want to and can't, and that's okay. I understand. I pray for you. I hope that you're blessed. Win the lottery. Tim Hoyman, you are going to be the winner of the Magnasonic ultrasonic cleaner. And by God, I don't think they're on sale right now. Anyways, the reason why is because you donated and said, I'm going to help. You could have just waited till Friday and donated once when you got paid. But you went ahead and gave money then and said, I'm going to give more money Friday. And I even told you, I said, buddy, that you don't owe anybody anything. Bobby is grateful. I guarantee I can speak for him and saying he's grateful. And Tim went ahead on Friday, and when he got his money and paid, he donated what he said he was going to donate. And said, I'm not going to make a post about it. And I asked him to post on the big post to kind of get it to like a bump. And also anytime somebody posts, it might be like, oh, well, people are still donating. I can still donate. And he made a post. But the point is, with so many lies that the other individual that is no longer in the group caused and said and did all this stuff, this guy kept his word. And he did what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to donate money. And then he said, which means he didn't have the money. It was extra. It wasn't extra, guys, because if he had the money, all of that right then, he would have donated it right then. So he donated what he had. And then Friday when he got paid, he donated more. And that's the power and the strength of this group, okay? So just a few things. Reference checks, vouchers, okay? Reference check, again, and I've been, even thought, if someone sells from you, if someone's sending you money first versus, you're sending it to them, and then, make sure you're kind of real blatant, and not vague with your references. Vouchers means that you're up 100%. Like I said before, you put references down for a job on an application, you don't show up for work, they don't call your references and say, hey, your buddy didn't come in for a shift, I'm gonna need you here from 9 to 5. That doesn't work. But a vouch is if someone says, dude, I don't know, but I can vouch for him. This guy I've got his back. And that's what that means. So just that, make sure that your packages, when you're sending them, are super sealed. Tape them, all the edges, nothing. And before you receive them or sign for them, make sure there is no damage. Not, well, it looked damaged, but I went ahead and signed for it, or I didn't notice it, even though it's damaged here, here, and here. It's just, we don't play those games here, guys. We're not doing that, okay? Again, 25-minute video is super long, but I'm very, very proud of all of you guys. Much love. Have a great week. It's the 28th of April. We're almost into May. Okay. Again, God bless every one of you guys, and especially the ones that were able to donate. And Bobby, just know we love you, bro. We're in your corner. To try truth.